Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is a general reading, take it if it's resonating, leave it if it's not. Also, only use tarot videos when you feel guided to do so, and always use your own discernment. Okay, you've got broken hearts for the overall energies, broken heart strategy, thinking woman, patience, and angel of strength. I know I've got that one there, but that's for some reason I had to pull that instead of the tarot. I don't know. I'll get to it. I do know. I will get to it. Okay, broken heart over here, you've got death, hierophant, and 3 of wands. It's kind of like something happened. This is like a relationship that ended. Could be a friendship, could be a romantic thing, could be even a family thing, but I get it's either relationship or friends in this sense. But for some of you, it could be family too. Yeah, there's like an ending. It may not have you may not have cut them out, but there's definitely like some sort of connection or dynamic between you and someone else that has come to an end. It doesn't look like what it used to anymore. And this has brought about a sense of like high-end wisdom in the Hierophant. It's kind of like you were made aware of their behaviors, you were made aware of how they affected your life, and now you've come to this place of strength within yourself. But you're looking to the future for the possibilities of like, well, okay, now that that's done, or now that, like, if you haven't done it yet and you know you need to do it, then you need to do it. It will bring that wisdom in the Hierophant, and it will bring about a sense of strength within yourself, a new direction. It's just not clear where that direction's going in this reading just yet. It resolves itself in a second, you'll see. But it's like looking to the future about like, okay, how do I want my life to look like now that they're not in it? Now that this connection has changed? Now that I'm done with this person, this constant broken heart energy, I'm just done with that. Leading to strategizing. You're like, looking to the future, strategizing. But you're also feeling like a sense of wounded looking back at the past. Spirit is saying, stop. Do not look back at the past. Like, it's okay to draw and learn from that pain, but don't let that consume you, because there's this full destiny, this new journey, this uncertainty of desire to step out in a new path, in a new direction, but not knowing what's to come. Thinking woman is again thinking about the possibilities of what's on this path, what's going to happen like down the road with this then. Where if this relationship, this thing wasn't meant for me and it's done, then what's next? Like, what's gonna come up? Like, am I gonna get more of the same? Am I getting guided to be single? Am I guided to have like no friends or completely different friends? Do I need to move city? Like, there's just all these possibilities of the thinking woman. Page of Swords is literally the thinking woman card. You could be a male. It's not about gender. It's about the contemplation. Spirit saying have patience. If you haven't ended it already, but especially if you have, like, there's something that Spirit's going to bring. It's destined for you. This is something that will definitely come about, and you won't have to seek it. Like, you won't have to search too hard for this. It's going to be given to you, like the answer about what's down this path. What direction do I go? If you haven't had this death moment from this broken heart situation, you need to. Is what I'm getting. You need to leave that toxic situation, that relationship, because even though it's scary, like it can be very scary, like looking to the future, feeling wounded, and not knowing what's ahead on the journey, and then all the thoughts that plague you with that kind of energy. It's very hard to sit in and just trust Spirit. But I promise you, have patience. See how she's got this little clock in the middle? It's Spirit saying that in time things will be revealed, and this is like a clock too. You've got like the wheel of fortune, but it's also saying that Spirit is going to give to you in time, in the right divine timing, what is meant for you, and that thing over there, this thing, was not meant for you. When it gets given to you, the direction about like where you're supposed to go, why all this happened, you'll see it very clearly, and it's kind of like you collect your thoughts and you leave some of these toxic toxic thoughts behind about like, oh, but I miss them, oh, but I want them in my life, maybe I could go back and change now that I'm healing, now that I know my direction, now I'll go back. Don't go back. Do not go back. Don't go backwards, no matter how tempting it is, because Spirit's saying that there's these two swords that need to be left behind. I'm getting that they're not your swords, they were swords that were given to you, so you've collected your swords, your thoughts, and you're moving away from this camp, this like, it's not for you, this thing that was in the past, it's not for you, and there's this strength coming in that's literally your door to personal happiness and healing. When I asked for clarifiers, I got these two for the broken heart. Truth and accept and courage. So I'm getting that there's something that's caused you pain in this dynamic with this person. And it's about accepting the truth of the matter, the truth of the situation that you know is true, but maybe don't want to acknowledge. Maybe you're trying to avoid facing the truth about your partner, about your best friend, about your close family member, your parent, your sibling, and it's just like, I can't handle it, like I don't want to do it. But if you do it, you end up on this new journey, and what's coming for you is destiny. You are destined for this wheel of fortune. This is good karma coming, and it's having patience. Let the wheel turn, let the clock roll, let the calendar flip by. It will be made very clear, even if you're looking back thinking like, oh, but what about the past? Oh, but I'm looking back and I'm reading old letters, I'm reading old texts, I'm looking back at old photos, I miss them. It's okay to miss them. If you go back, it'll rob you of the strength. You won't have strength. It will cut you harder, twice as hard. It'll break your heart. Instead of being into 2 pieces, it'll be 4, 6, or 8, maybe more. Could shatter it into 1,000,000 pieces. But if you stay true to the decision to leave that toxic cycle behind, that relationship behind, Spirit will open the door to personal happiness and healing in a way that you just couldn't see before because you were too stuck in that energy of looking back, looking behind, or maybe you're still back on this, way back on the timeline, and you haven't even gotten to the death stage yet with this connection. But even if you haven't, whether you've put an end to this or not, I feel like you see the truth. You can see the truth, and you just need to accept it and take courage. Make the decision. Cut it clean. Cut it off. I'm gonna get some clarity for this. What's with the Wheel of Fortune, patience? What's that about? Confidence. Yep. Confidence. Acceptance, courage, and confidence. I feel like there's another thing to this. Yeah, confidence, take action. This is like, have confidence in the actions that you've taken. Trust that, have the patience, have the confidence to be patient and trust in the action you took. Confidence in taking action, yeah. Even though like you're looking back and like you might be reading text, looking at photos, thinking about good times past, they've passed. If they were still good, you wouldn't want to leave. Your heart wouldn't be broken. So stop looking back. And I don't mean that to like poo-poo you or anything like that. But Spirit's saying if you continue to look back, you won't see what's coming that we're trying to offer you in the future, this Wheel of Fortune moment. You won't reach this strength to get to the personal healing and happiness. These cards are together. I'm going to get some clarity on that too, hang on. Ooh. Okay, you got... Oh, yes. Alright, you got connections. Bringing in new connections, leaving old crappy ones behind. These are going to be strengthening connections. You've also got grounding. We're going to be very grounded. This is going to be very grounding connections. This personal happiness, this healing will ground you in a way that you didn't feel with this toxic, shitty energy. Also healing. Happiness and healing again. It's going to heal you in ways that you just can't heal while you're looking back to this toxic friendship, this toxic relationship that you keep romanticizing. I get with the rose and the thinking woman, I keep getting this romanticizing. We have a tendency to do that with even people who wronged us, that we know have wronged us. Even when we've seen the truth, even if we've had acceptance and courage to move on, even though once we did that we still felt injured and uncertain on this new journey that we're now on, we still look back and have this rose-colored glasses. It's very much a human thing to do, which is fine. But have confidence in the action that you took. And it may take a little time, but just stay in that energy. Just stay and just trust spirit. Say, look, I don't know what you're bringing me, but I'm trusting that you guys are going to bring it to me when you need to bring it to me, and it's going to be great. And trust me, it will. It'll be these beautiful connections, this grounded connection, this healing connection. It will replace whatever you had with them threefold. Maybe don't get threefold, but you know what I mean. It's going to be it's going to be far more than what you got before. But you have to stop looking back. Don't look back. Once you've made the strategy to step out on this new journey and to break away from that, don't look back. Only look forward. Trust in your action. Have confidence in that. And it'll bring about your door to personal healing and happiness and grounding connections and all this amazingness. Alright, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope this helped. If you want a personal reading, head to my website. We can dive more in depth into your personal situations, and I promise you I go deep and very specific. Alright, I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and blessed be.